Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support. We are at 88,500 subscribers. We are running at a very high speed. And I see if we go with this, before even December, we shall have clocked 100,000 subscribers. Keep subscribing. If you're watching this video, click the subscribe button. And of course, remember to turn on your notification bell. Kaka, recently, African presidents had a summit at the Kenya International Convention Center, where the KDF spent 38 million in just cleaning cabros and the windows. I will analyze that in my next video. But in the whole summit, the Ugandan president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, won my heart. We all know Museveni has been in power for over 30 years. I came to discover that Ugandans love it that way. Most Ugandans happen to be my friends or my fans. We do speak on WhatsApp. They love it that way. Yani wanapenda tu. As much as there has been a revolution, I came to discover Ugandans wengi wanapenda Museveni. Kwa nini? Bobi Wine, according to those friends wananiambia, is being used by the West to destroy Uganda, just like they have invaded Kenya. So Museveni is speaking to the heart of Kenyans, and he's saying, you cannot tell me that the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund can give us sustainable development, as Ruto says. Museveni is schooling the young Ruto, because Ruto is young as compared to Museveni. So when I say that, it's not a demeaning statement. Ruto is too young as compared to Museveni. So Museveni, the grandfather of politics in Africa, is schooling the young Ruto to listen, my son. I know you cannot understand these things because you are excited getting money from World Bank and IMF in the self-claimed sustainability. So Museveni is telling him, listen, my son, the speech you read here, just edit some of the terms that are annoying us Africans. You cannot tell us that the World Bank and IMF can give us sustainable development. And Museveni is giving an example of pregnancy. Museveni says, a mother must conceive. That pregnancy grows to become a fetus. The fetus grows to become a baby. The baby is given birth to. The baby grows to become a teenager. The teenager grows to become a youth. A youth grows to become an old man. Since independence in this country, Kenya, it's over 60 years ago. Are you telling us that the World Bank has never set a sustainable development in Kenya? Every year, every election, tunasema they are giving us sustainable development. Jomo Kenyatta akasema they are giving us sustainable. I'm giving an example according to Museveni. So Museveni is saying, if World Bank and IMF are serious in helping Africa, they should do so for once. They should fund programs that grow an economy so that a country is able to stand by itself. But every cycle we keep saying, we are getting sustainable development every year, kila mwaka. For years, tunasema wanatupatia sustainable development. When will this sustainable development grow to be sustainable? That is what Museveni is questioning. And I find his sentiments speaking to that, because we know it is in the public domain that Ruto took power and he is being heavily supported by the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. That is the public domain. It's in the news, you know. Even IMF announced itself. It gave some recommendations to William Ruto what Kenya should do. I did that video years ago. The recommendations from the IMF, Ikambia Ruto, you must increase taxes, you must sell some of the parastatals, you must privatize, I don't know what. It's in the public domain. And Ruto did it. It gave several recommendations, which some of them have immensely affected Kenyans, like high taxes. Kenyans are crying. The pay slip is thinning each and every time. Now, Museveni is laying facts bare to each and every African. Museveni is speaking plain facts and telling African president, stop being a puppet. Wacha kutumiwa vibaya na wazungu. Hii kitu mnaita ati IMF itatusaidia. Hakuna vitu hivi itatusaidia. Wanatukula bure na wanaharibu uchumi wetu. I like this Museveni. So Museveni tells off President William Ruto. Anamwambia young man, listen. When I'm saying Ruto, young man, that's not a demeaning statement of the president. I said, when you compare Museveni's age and Ruto's age, so Museveni can call him a young man. So Museveni is telling him, young man, listen. The things you are doing here, and you are running to World Bank and IMF to give you sustainable development, those are wet dreams. Please edit those things from your script. That's what Museveni is telling African press, including Ruto himself, because Ruto was the host. Yeah? So ladies and gentlemen, this is a conversation that all of us need to adapt from Museveni. I miss the former Tanzanian president, John Pombe Magufuli. He was another Pan-Africanist. Yeah? John Pombe Magufuli stood tall in rejecting to be ruled by the West. But whatever we're witnessing in Kenya is so sad that we can sell our own instincts. We can sell our own cultures. We can sell our own tradition just to make the West happy. Because we must go and bow to them for support. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad reality that Museveni is addressing. It's a sad reality that Museveni is telling. And Museveni is warning Kenya, if you don't know from this statement. It's telling Kenya, listen Kenya, do not be lied to that the World Bank can help you acquire sustainable development. Hii ni pesa wanawapatia and the people who eat this money are your leaders. Museveni doesn't travel to Western countries. Umewahi muona wakati the Queen Elizabeth aliaga. Museveni never traveled. Did you see him? He never. Museveni rarely travels outside Uganda. Hatokangi. Lakini hawa wetu, asubuhi ako Australia, mchana ako Canada, usiku ako UK, kesho asubuhi ako Saudi Arabia, mchana kesho lunch anakula USA. Ikifika yani jamaa anazunguka dunia, unafikiria anatafuta nini? Sustainable development. Hakuna. Can we listen to the wise counsel from Museveni?
But I was very happy to hear the president of the World Bank talking about prosperity instead of profiteering. These were his own words. That's what I picked. This has been the problem. Aid has been for profiteering. This has been the problem. Now, the World Bank people and other groups have been talking of sustainable development. Even in your documents, I have seen those words there. Sustainable development. I am now going to be 80 years old. I have never seen sustainable pregnancy. that a woman is pregnant this year, the pregnancy continues next year, 3 years, 4 years, it never happens. In life, pregnancy develops sustainably within the womb of the woman. Quantitatively, the baby is growing bigger and bigger. But at some stage, quantitative growth must be transformed into qualitative change. The pregnancy must become a baby. If the pregnancy remains pregnancy, the fetus will die. So therefore, I would even ask you to change those words in your documents. Africa does not need sustainable what? You could call it sustainable underdevelopment. Africa needs socio-economic transformation. The pregnancy must become a baby. The baby must grow and become a teenager. The teenager must grow. That's what happens in life. You cannot have quantitative growth and you think you are doing anything. The main reason why there is no growth is because the growth factors are not funded. They are not even understood. What are the growth factors? We now talk of private sector-led growth. Yes, but for the private sector to grow, what does it need? It needs low costs of production.